Man, all the rain last night. It is freezing out now today.
It is. So we're going to film this intro, give a little bit of a history on Mountain Mills, and then Chris is going to be here any minute with the kayak, and then we'll head off to the location described in the journal.
Sounds good. So how are we going to address us coming into possession of the journal?
Let's just say that we went back to the library to do more research or something, and Dewey had a change of heart and gave it to us.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, actually, Chris is here right now.
Dry. Oh, perfect.
Hey guys.
Hey buddy, thank you so much for taking the drive all the way down here with the kayak. We hadn't planned to do any kayaking, but I don't know what we would have done otherwise.
Yeah, it's no problem at all. It was a nice ride, but I can't believe the leaves. They're like gone, and up there it's still green.
Things work a little differently down here in the Triangle.
So you guys really found the treasure, huh?
Well, it's not the treasure. We found something, not the hobo's treasure.
Something, yeah. It's not the $3,000 that's, in the stories.
3,000? You guys expect a hobo to be carrying $3,000 around?
I mean, we haven't really thought about it that way, I guess, but according to the newspaper, it said that he actually hid $4,500.
That's all the sources say.
Yeah.
I hope you guys find what you're looking for.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you for bringing the kayak.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. Give me a call. Whatever you guys need.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Brad and Eddie here, continuing our search for the grave of gold.
Through a bizarre turn of events, we now possess the mysterious leather journal. It's essentially a list of taverns here in southern Vermont, which is how we find ourselves here, standing at the edge of Harriman Reservoir in Wilmington, Vermont, in a place once called Mountain Mills.
The site we're at today shares a similar history to Somerset, which is just up the Deerfield from here.
Yeah, this small logging community had a school, a post office, even a hospital. But in the 1920s, the bustling town could not compete with the growing need of electricity. A hydroelectric dam was built, and this small town was drowned beneath the reservoir.
Right here on the shore, you can see remnants of a building that once stood here. The rest, though, lies underwater.
Now, unfortunately, we're not equipped to explore an underwater ghost town today. But according to the journal, the tavern site is actually a mile southwest of here. And the tavern itself, much like this foundation, is above the waterline. We can explore that on foot. Now, interestingly, right offshore is an island. Could it be the knoll on which Perry's grave sits? Well, we brought a kayak today to find out.
Fortunately, there's only one kayak and two of us.
Right, so we're going to have to rock, paper, scissors for who has to hike and who gets to row.
You can have the kayak.
Okay. All right, so Eddie's gonna take off down this trail. I'm gonna get the kayak in the water, and we're gonna meet up at maybe Perry's Tavern. How was your walk over here, Eddie?
It was okay. How was your boat ride?
It was great. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to hear. Yeah. Hey, so I was thinking, walking over here, couldn't stop thinking about what Chris said. How did this hobo come into all this money? And I got thinking more about all the things being alleged.
Yeah.
What if Perry was killing people out there,
Yeah.
hiding it in this grave, And Hod, who lives right there on the property, just went, dug it up, and took it for himself.
Hod was the one that dug up the grave.
How else would he come into this money?
It makes more sense than a bunch of Williams College students hiking in, I guess.
Right?
No, that makes the most sense to me. Perry really was a monster.
He's killing people.
And then
stealing.
Hod dug it up. That makes sense to me.
I can't stop thinking about it. It just makes the most sense.
We'll have to work that in.
Yeah.
Maybe at the finale. I'm not sure. We'll figure out how to work it in. Let's film this intro part to say we're going to go do some searching and then spend the rest of the day searching, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, well, we have made it to the potential tavern foundation. It's right behind the camera. We'll go look at that in a second. But we're not going to waste any time. I'm going to spend my time searching around here on land, and Eddie is going to take the kayak to the island, which maybe you can see behind us, and search for Perry's grave there. Are you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, I think that was good. You ready to start looking?
Yeah. Just a heads up. I heard a crash when I was walking over here in the woods.
Yeah, out in the woods?
Yeah.
Was it an elk? I'm just kidding. Did you see anything?
I didn't see anything, no, but it was pretty loud.
All right, well, let's get the radios out and turned on. And if I find anything or see anything here, I'll call you. If you find anything on the island, you call me.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's go.
Here we are on the island. Some tough terrain coming up in here. Yep. It's docked up over here on the water. Yeah, jeez. Thick in here.
Frequency mode.
All right, well, it appears Eddie has made it safely to the island. I just watched him disappear into the trees. Now, the old home foundation is right here next to me, but we're gonna do some wandering around the property and see if we can find Oliver Perry's open grave. Crossing my fingers. Let's go take a look. Home foundation is right here next to me, but we're gonna do some wandering around the property and see if we can find Oliver Perry's open grave. Crossing my fingers. Let's go take a look. Well, we have not found the grave yet, despite quite a bit of wandering. But I did just stumble upon another one of these piles of stacked stones. We have been seeing these all over the place this week. And this one, judging by the moss, looks pretty old.
Hey Brad, you still there?
Man.
Yeah, what's up?
Just walking through the woods and there's this Grim Reaper scythe just sitting up against a tree.
That's pretty cool. There's a scythe blade.
No, it's the entire thing, handle and all in one piece, just up against the tree.
That's pretty weird. Did you find the hole or the grave or anything?
No, I'm still looking around though.
Alright, well, why don't you hurry up and get back over here? I'm starting to hear some crashing in the woods around me.
Yep, will do.
So, I definitely heard something that sounded like footsteps. I'm confident it was a person. I saw something moving around out there.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's it. I've had enough of this. I'm just calling the number.
We hear your phone. You can just come out.
Isn't that the ranger from yesterday?
We need to talk. Last year, a man named Dan Thompson came into the station for a treasure permit. A few days later, he came back to the station and he said he found some of the treasure, but he thinks that there's way more of it still out there. He handed me a lot of money and said if I protect that spot, that he'll double the amount of money that he passed to me.
Was he wearing a red coat and a class ring?
Yeah, it sounds like him. Strangely, after that day, I never saw or heard from him until 3 days ago. I got a strange text message from a new number.
Oh, wait, so you're the one that's been following us all week?
Did you put the tracker in our car?
Yeah, well, that's not all. I noticed that you guys were visiting the same old taverns as Dan, so I knew eventually you guys were going to find the same place he was looking. So I planted these silver coins that were my grandfather's to mislead you guys.
What?
That was you? You put the coins out?
I had hoped that this would make you guys stop looking, but it didn't. I tried calling Dan, but his number was out of service, so I'm done. If you guys can just give me the coins back, I'll give you the exact location Dan was looking into.
I think we should do it. We can actually film the finale at Perry's grave like we had hoped.
What about the deal? I thought, get the coins, footage, and...
But she said that this guy actually found part of the treasure, but just part of it. There could be thousands of dollars still there.
Thousands, you think?
I don't know. Could be.
The real one was supposed to be thousands. I guess so, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Man, this location doesn't make any sense. It's in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
You think she's trying to lead us astray? Just made up a place?
I don't know. She knew too much about the treasure and the legend itself just to be making it up.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we pack up bare essentials, go out, do a little recon, no stops for B-roll or anything else,
Yeah.
and just go check it out so we don't have to waste our last day tomorrow looking.
That's actually a really good idea. Let's get going soon, though. It's gonna get dark in probably an hour.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, I'm just gonna film this just in case. If this actually is the right spot, I don't want to miss the moment we find Perry's grave. I won't stop for any B-roll or anything.
All right, if we're quick.
Man, we are really far out here. GPS point should be right up here. We are very, very close, but I am not sure which side of the road it's gonna be on.
I think we should flick on our radios and you cover one side of the road, I'll hit the other.
Got it.
Cover more ground.
You go that way, I'll go this way.
Sounds good.
Oh my God. I think that this is foundation up here. Oh, yes, totally. Eddie, I found the foundation. I'm gonna text you the GPS point. Actually, I don't have cell service. It's just a little bit west of the point that the ranger gave us. I'm gonna go start looking for the grave. Let me know where you are. Well, there aren't very many hills around here. It's pretty flat, but there is a hill right up here. Eddie isn't responding on the radio. I don't know, maybe he didn't turn it on. Eddie! I don't know. Let's go check out this hill. Oh my God, I think this is it. They said it was like 8-10 foot across. I I think this is it. Eddie! Eddie, I think I got it!